I think a common misconception in B2B is that Meta isn't good for it. When you think of social advertising for B2B, everybody thinks LinkedIn. But the thing with LinkedIn that I've found at least is you're paying like a paid search cost click for a Meta level of intent. And the thing is, everybody is on Meta. Everybody is on Instagram, Facebook, all the other platforms that they own. They touch, I forget the stat, but it's like 70 or 80% of people on Earth are within their advertising network.
Thanks for joining. It's great to see you, and look forward to our conversation today around B2B advertising, specifically around Meta. I know Ascendant, I've been working with Ascendant and you for years now, and we've been able to work on several clients together. But it'd be great just to hear what's going on and what Ascendant's up to. I know Meta is not the only thing you do, so love to hear what you've been up to.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thanks for having me on. Yeah, like you said, we love team marketers, love working with you on all the projects we've gotten to do over the years, both in past lives and present. Yeah, we're a performance marketing agency. We specialize in basically any kind of marketing that generates leads, generates revenue. So conversion rate optimization, paid ads, and email and SMS marketing are our three main disciplines that we focus on. So we don't do creative, we don't do branding. It's really just the math and science side of marketing is what we love and what we're best at. And so that's what we focus on.
Yeah, do really well. So, which is why I reached out and wanted to pick your brain around Meta advertising platform. I know it's an area that you and I worked together on joint clients. So I've seen it work really well. Yeah, love to hear from you on your perspective around Meta advertising, particularly when it comes to B2B and where that falls and how companies should be thinking about it.
Yeah, I think a common misconception in B2B is that Meta isn't good for it. When you think of social advertising for B2B, everybody thinks LinkedIn. But the thing with LinkedIn that I've found at least is you're paying like a paid search cost click for a Meta level of intent. And the thing is, everybody is on Meta. Everybody is on Instagram, Facebook, all the other platforms that they own. They touch, I forget the stat, but it's like 70 or 80% of people on Earth are within their advertising network. So if your prospects are on LinkedIn, they're also on Meta. And so that's how we think about it, is it's a cheaper, really more effective way to get in front of the same audience that you want on LinkedIn, but can be done on Meta, again, for less cost, more effectively, is what we've found. Now, the big challenge there tends to be, well, lead quality off of Meta sucks. It's not my customers. It's not my ICP. But there are several ways that we've figured out to kind of hack around that and to disprove kind of that assumption.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that. What are some of the different ways that you're finding good strategies to think about advertising on Meta? What options are there?
Yeah, so I'd say the biggest thing is being able to show Meta what a bad lead is versus what a good lead is. Because the error that most B2B advertisers I've seen make when they're generating B2B leads on Meta is they treat every lead the same. And Meta gets a point for every lead. And Meta will get just garbage leads easier and cheaper than it will good leads. But if they're getting a point for every lead, you're going to get a lot of that. So one of the things that we've done is we actually split our tracking based on how they fill out the form. So the prospect has to fill out the form and give us certain answers. And if we like all the answers they gave, they go to the main thank you page and Meta gets a point or Meta gets a conversion, however you want to talk about it. If they don't answer the questions in the manner that an ideal client would, they go to a dummy thank you page that does not have the Meta tracking on it. Meta can't see it. So Meta can't see that person converted, so Meta doesn't get a point for that. And just by doing that, this is separate from any targeting inside of Meta even yet. We're training Meta's algorithm what is a good lead versus just what is a lead of any quality.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. Nice little strategy there to maximize those conversions and make sure you're optimizing around the good leads. Talk to me a little bit about prospecting versus retargeting. Maybe just use it for retargeting. How do you think about just the platform and using it for advertising?
Sure. Yeah. And we do occasionally run across a super niche, product or piece of software or whatever, where we really aren't able to get in front of that audience on Meta. Again, extremely rare, but even in those cases, you should still be retargeting. You should always be re-engaging your best quality prospects, always be re-engaging your hand raisers. So it always makes to have Meta from that sense, even if you can't crack the prospecting tactic, or it doesn't make sense for you, whatever the case may be, you should always be re-engaging those people that have raised their hands and hit your site.
Talking about science and advertising, talk to me about metrics. How do you measure success? What are some of those indicators that you're looking at to know if it's working or not?
Sure. So I'll start top down, and then I'll kind of delineate where we like to go a level further. But I mean, top down is CTR, CPC, CPM. Those are the first three kind of most important metrics at the high level. Because they're all related. So your CPM is what Meta is charging you to show your ad to somebody. And it does tend to be higher in the B2B space than in other spaces. So you're going to pay a higher CPM. Your CTR, though, is really what determines your CPC. So it's directly correlates. So the higher your CTR, the less you're going to pay on a cost per click basis. So that's kind of how we go down the funnel. And we look at, are we getting enough traffic? Are we getting it efficiently? What's Facebook charging us? What's the CTR, what the CPC? Next down from that is really our conversion rate on the landing page, and what are we paying per lead? That's pretty straightforward. That's where most people stop. For us, in order to generate actual revenue and actual sales opportunities, we track leads all the way down through the funnel until close deal. So that's where we start to get into things like cost per SQL or cost per SAO, depending on what vernacular your company is using, and then all the way down to cost per closed deal, and even lifetime return on ad spend. So what's the total lifetime value of this contract, divided by what it cost us to get this person even. So that's how kind of we like to go down another level to actual, closed deals and revenue. Whereas most media buyers tend to stop at CPL, which again is why everybody thinks that Facebook sucks for B2B lead generation, because all these people are stopping it. We generated a lead, our job's done. It helps so much more. It's so much more effective if you go all the way down and make sure that they're actually closing, which sounds obvious, but most media buyers don't do it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, hey, appreciate your insights today and look forward to connecting again soon.
Likewise, appreciate having me on.